Welcome to the League of Extraordinary Cappers podcast. We called it the Chat. It's been a long time coming. We finally got everything together. We ready to get recording. I'm Shaq, also known as Norfolk on Twitter, GNARFOLKK. My other one got deleted. It had 1K.
My name Migo. Migo TM on Twitter.
Boy, Fat Daddy Dollaz, Lamar's Cherry on Twitter, Facebook, and Snapchat. Hit me up.
That nigga had answers in that way.
Lamar's Cherry on all platforms. Go ahead and Google me.
Go ahead, LZ turn.
All right, quiet down, everybody. It's LZ, King of Downtown Norfolk. I go by Lazarius Rose on Instagram, Lazarius Fleon Roseman on Facebook. I'm the host of the LZ show. Catch me in skits, do comedy, all that, you know what I'm saying? I love all y'all, you know what I'm saying? So I'm going to pass it over to my boy. Introduce yourself, man.
I'm going to say first off, Happy Easter.
Ooh,
I didn't know it was Easter. It's Pat Ron Poppy, bird, a king, whatever you want to call it.
Dr. Umar.
So the point of this podcast is that we just a group of niggas who all got, I think, different opinions on a lot of shit. So we were just sitting talking for hours one day, and we're like, we should do a podcast, which is typical of a lot of niggas. A lot of people think they got something to say, but I think I just think we a different set of niggas. Today, I don't want to get on to anything too heavy. We're going to start with the first dates. Since that's that's been a big topic on social media. What you should spend on first dates, where you should take people on first dates, how you feel about first dates in general. Some people like to try to make it free just to, save a little money. They don't want to waste it. Some niggas got the bread and they trying to, let that thing fly.
First impression.
Which one? What's up?
I'm Trick Daddy.
I know you got something to say. Go ahead, LZ.
All right, I'll start it off. Hey,
What's up?
first dates. I'm a solid nigga, man. Everybody know that. Shout out LZ.
Nigga talking to first person.
After talking to, I had a perspective on first dates. I used to, date women based off of, or take women out based off of what they like, they looks and everything like that. But now, I stick to one code and I date to marry. So basically, when I go on a date, if I take you on a date and it's the first date, I'm a Ruth Chris type of nigga. So I set the line. I done took plenty of women. That's what I do.
You ain't never been to Ruth Chris.
I eat everything I go. Bird and Baldwin, Texas Day, Brazil.
But you been to Ruth Chris though?
Yes.
All these are first dates? Like,
if I take a woman on the first date, that's where I'm going. Let me.
Where's Ruth Chris?
Ruth Chris in Virginia Beach.
Where?
By the Funny Bone. I'm always there.
You be at the Funny Bone.
I do go to the Funny Bone. Shout out LZ the comedian.
You ain't never took him to
Hey, can I finish? Let me tell you.
Let's let him finish.
This is my basic theory on first dates. This is how you judge how valid a nigga is, brother is, king is, however you want to call it. So if I am a king. I'm a true king. Shout out my son. But I'm gonna treat the 2 the same way I'm gonna treat the 10. And so if I was to take a 2 out on a date, you know what I'm saying? We gonna go to Ruth Chris too. A lot of niggas, I'm pretty sure y'all got your own opinions. Y'all gonna take the woman, and it varies. One day you might go to happy hour with it. No. I'm a Ruth Chris type of nigga. I'm a Texas Day Brazil type of nigga. I'm a great date. So if if a woman go out with me, she gonna get the great date all around. That's Ruth Chris.
Is this every day or this just
if I choose the first date, I choose to go on because I date to marry.
So the first date, you're pretty much trying to set standards, set the bar.
There is no standard. That is who I am.
So this is like you, Ruth Chris, Texas Roadhouse. This
that's
is every day.
That's what we do. That's what we gonna be.
So that's the kind of guy
everything.
you are.
And it's a difference between. We're gonna get into that later. Maybe it's a difference between a first date and a first link up. I'm talking about first date. If I choose to take you on a date, I see potential in marrying you. Shout out if you want to fuck with me and I fuck with you back, I got potential in marrying you. That's all I'm going to go.
So how long does it take for you to know that they got the potential to?
How long does it take me to know?
Yeah,
first date don't have to be in the first few,
Yeah, but that's what I mean. It's the fact that it's like, okay, how long have y'all been talking leading up to that first date? Like you said, you taking them to those kind of places because you feel like they married to you. You doing all that for the marriage, pretty much.
But if I meet a shorty and I think she got potential. I'm not just looks, it's potential and whatever. When she go out with me, the standard is already set. You don't have to work your way up to that. I don't do all that. You know what I'm saying? That's what you see is what you get. So you know what I'm saying? So that's how I'm vibing. You know what I'm saying?
Just keeping it neutral. For real, for real.
I don't even think it's really keeping it. I mean, it is keeping it neutral to a extent, but you know what I'm saying? I keep the standard the same. You know what I'm saying? I'm like a fucking Ferrari when it comes to dates. Like, it's premium.
All right, LZ, we get it. It's the top tier date, nigga. I don't believe in most of the shit he just said.
Everything is premium. If you've been on a date with me, you know. But not in my past, but that's another story.
All
right. So I'm gonna say for me, like I said before, intentions. Your intentions, that's key to me. Like what I want from this woman, like like you say, you will take out a 2. Personally, I wouldn't take out a 2. I don't even know that many humans.
Never.
2s.
Man, it's a few.
Like,
not a chance.
I haven't seen that many 2s.
right. You gotta do charity work sometimes, man.
Mm-hmm.
You gotta do charity work sometimes.
No, I never
take
been
a 2 out.
2. But
that's real low.
I really do.
That's
like based on where my funds are at the time. If I want to spend that much money, like say it's a payday Friday, I'm gonna take out a girl that I really like, and we gonna go somewhere nice, maybe. But it's the vibe. Like sometimes I just like a simple happy hour. Don't spend over $30. It's not about how much you spend. It's just I'm not always trying to spend that much money. Like I have a budget outside of relationships, and like my dating goes in my budget. Like, so
nah,
I get that.
Yeah.
I don't want to spend a lot.
My whole mood change when I'm broke. Like I be like, baby, relax. Let's get to know each other for the 60th time.
I ate last week.
Is a happy hour link up considered a date? Like,
anything is, according to social media, anything is a date.
To me, sometimes just a meet and greet.
That's what I would look at.
Interaction.
A little link up at a happy hour spot.
I feel like it's a
I'm
date
not doing no dates
when you kind of set in the. I feel like with dates you gotta set the intimacy too.
Yeah,
because it's not just like you just kicking it.
But I want to be vague with date. With this topic, I want to be vague. I don't want you because anybody you can just keep trying to define a date and say no, this ain't a date.
Say I meet up with a girl at Scotty's and like we drinking, we vibing, and the vibe is very good. I might think, damn, I feel good outside. Let's go walk.
That's a date.
And talk more.
I think
then I'm upping it to a date because I feel her. But say if I wasn't feeling her, it's just whatever. We go our separate. You know, we go our separate ways after it's over.
Yeah.
But say then like, damn, shit, I'll make her anything. Let's just walk to the mall. Just walk the water side. Whatever. If I fuck with just the happy hour setting.
Yeah.
Then I'm taking it to another level. Then I might plan something. Next check, and I might go to Texas Day Brazil.
See, I said this before. Like there are tiers of women. Yeah. There is a tier of women, the top tier women that are not going to accept that cheap date shit, and I know that, and I sense that, and I'm going to give them what they deserve. Yeah. But it's some women, and I don't like to say that. Like I don't want to say it like I'm disrespecting someone or treating some women differently, and I do treat certain women differently, but. It's a certain woman that I'm just not if I'm not feeling you that much and I know you feeling me a lot, I'm not going and dropping a whole bunch of bread on you because I'm already not impressed by you. Yeah, I want you to impress me. And there's a certain tier of women I'm impressed by. So when I am impressed, that's when I'm going to impress you.
Then why go on a date with the girl who?
Because I like intimate settings. I like being with women. I like to talk to them, hang out with them, and you know. So
you would lowball her?
No, I'm not lowballing anybody. I'm gonna give you drinks and some food, but I'm not gonna set up an intimate like.
He's saying like basically instead of going to like, I'm just saying though. He's saying basically instead of going to like Roof Chris or some shit.
Go home and make her a drink. You got a bar.
That's not the same.
That can also be a thing too.
But if you go on a first date,
I'm saying it's a first date. You're not gonna want to invite. You're not gonna want to invite somebody to your crib off real.
So I should change what I said about a happy hour because the date thing, like. Dating, I'm already thinking past that first date. Like, if I'm taking you on a real date, I already know the potential and where I want to take it. So the happy hour thing is just a filler. Like, you get a feel of somebody.
Yeah.
But and that's just a quick link up too. Because sometimes I be going out for drinks. I hit them up like, yo, come get a drink with me. Yeah, that's easy. But a date is more planned. Sometimes. Not like AA and them, but I be taking some of my female friends on a date. I like dress up, put a dress on. I'm gonna put on like a little suit or something or a suit jacket, and we'll go on a real date. I took blah 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 out. Like I took her out on a date. And I spent like $100, but it was just like I felt like going on a date. But I don't want to trick somebody with intimacy. I don't want them to think I'm doing something that I'm not, because chances are I don't want a certain thing from them, so I'm not going to give them a certain idea because I don't want to disappoint anybody. So I'll take one of my friends because they know the vibes, they know what's up. So it'll just be I have a good night.
So you're saying you just, like, because you want to go out, you'll take one of your friends.
I want, like, sometimes I'm in a mood. I'm like, yo, I want to go on a date. I want to pick a girl up. I want to have a dress on, but I don't want to confuse somebody with intimacy. Type, yeah, I don't want to confuse them.
Go out, because sometimes you don't want to show your homeboy, and that's okay. You know what I'm saying?
Spending $100 on one of my friends.
I do it.
Nah.
I would, because at the end of the day,
happy hour,
your friend, but you gotta think, at the end of the day, your homegirl gonna be there before a bitch on the street.
She can be
and
there
imagine how much money you
Scotty's.
How much money you tricked off on a bitch that you ain't necessarily achieved your goal. So I would rather give that money to one of my friends.
But you feel like you had an opportunity.
I was in the ballpark. I was like, okay, boom, this is what I saw in you. One of my friends, not saying, no disrespect to all my lady friends out there, you know what I'm saying? You know I love y'all. But it's just the fact that, you know, y'all catch me at Baxter's, Scotty's, anywhere downtown. Maybe Sushi King.
For $100, they would have to catch me on a payday weekend. For $100.
I don't catch me on a refund check. You can catch me on a settlement.
Right now, hell no.
Mm-hmm.
But no, I'll probably still do
this
it.
economy. A friend will not get on.
Is that friend, like, did you see some potential in that friend?
No.
I done did stuff like that too, so that's why I was just
she made me come pick her up too.
Like at first, I never really been friends with your girlfriend, like your female friend. Like, do you really like?
I'm sorry to be off topic, but we should make that a topic too. That's a good topic right there. Yeah,
that's about to be a topic.
What?
Female friends.
Friends, yeah. But yeah, let's do our dates and then we gonna get to the next topic.
I'm not spending $100 on a female friend.
I was spending. Like my true female
friends? How many true female friends do you have?
Well, you feel like you're not receiving nothing?
I don't want to go there, but I mean...
because you're
not receiving nothing?
Yeah.
But, all right, so if I don't receive something... All right, first of all, I date the mirror. So, shout out to date the mirror. If
you go with that shit.
I date the mirror. So, look, if I'm going to date to marry, you know what I'm saying? Obviously, I see potential in you. My friend, we can go on some, like, Ruby Tuesday, 2 for 20. Like, I'm not about to spend $100 on my friend.
Niggas be going to
Ruby Tuesday. Okay, I'm like, AA went to Texas de Brazil, but she paid for herself.
That's not considered like a date.
Oh, so paying? Okay, yeah, I'm not taking.
Well, not paying, but I guess if y'all,
I could do that. Like, I would love for one of my friends to go out and I want to go this place and they go that and they
that's
pay for themselves.
Like
and I pay for myself.
Me and my homegirl, like,
and I'm not even a cheap nigga.
Shit, anytime I like, you know what I'm saying, like if we go somewhere, shit, I'll just be like, you know what I'm saying, y'all pull up. I got y'all with drinks and food.
I sound like a cheap nigga right now. I'm not, but I'm not.
No, you tried to flex in the beginning.
Now you trying to go back.
The true vibes is coming out, nigga. Nigga trying to drop the whole flex in the beginning.
I got female friends I've been friends with for over 10 years.
And those are ones
they'll look out for me just how I would look out for them. Like
Olivia, I've never had a friend look out for me
like take me out or just pay like. Pull up with food, like
and now I say like vice versa with my female friends. It's been days I be at the crib chilling. I get a
female friends?
Yeah, I got a lot of female friends.
Like actual female?
Nigga, yes, I have a lot of female friends. But I have friends to where like this, you know what I'm saying? Like I done had my friend, like one of my homegirls, I'm not gonna say her name, but anyway, she cashed out me randomly on a Friday and was like, thanks for being a great friend, and was like, go buy yourself lunch.
See, that's the one
It's just little stuff like
females
that.
Females will look out.
You know what I'm saying?
Like,
you don't understand that, bro.
Like it's just literally.
Females really be down and like, you know what I'm saying?
Like, I'll never cash out y'all niggas nothing and say have no good day. I'll probably be like, fuck you, and give you $1 on cash out just so I can send you a message because they don't allow you to send a message without sending money.
I'm
not giving y'all
$10 to be like,
I hope your day is absolutely terrible. I hope it gets worse.
But see, that goes back to it.
I mean, I do feel like I love my female friends. Like the LZ show, I be making my female friends to be there. You know what I'm saying? I love my female friends. I'm not trying to say, but $100, I think they would understand that. Would they spend $100 on me?
You never know.
I think if they had it at that moment, yeah, I think so.
Oh, yeah,
So when you on the
I
date,
ain't
are
trying
you
to set
actually,
you up. I ain't trying to put you in
Different
no
folks,
scenario.
different strokes.
You know what
That's
I'm
all
saying?
it is too.
I just think, I don't know. If any of y'all have done it, you know,
So
kudos
when
to
you
y'all.
on a date, are you actually keeping up with the tab as far as like what you're
Hell
running
yeah.
up?
When I go, no. When I go on a date, if I go on a date,
Sours.
anybody knows
Wings.
if they go on a date with me, there ain't no fucking money is not option.
As I always say, on a payday Friday, I'm not
Anything.
If I'm going
On a payday,
but-
no rent Friday.
But,
yeah.
But
I
I
always
ain't
say
getting-
girls are on the 15th.
Anytime
no,
after
I don't
the
get
15th.
paid the first and the 15th.
The 17th.
Every 2 weeks.
Every 2 weeks.
Oh, I get paid.
So like that off check that's just a free weekend,
Yeah.
but I ain't get paid. I pull out a certain amount on Friday, and I know that's what I'm gonna spend this weekend.
I'll build a date for all that.
Low key, this Corona saving me hella money. Like,
Yeah,
It
I
is
saved a lot of money. Cause
I really don't.
you know, last summer, bro, we was doing happy hours like Monday through Saturday,
every
Like, we was
day,
going
and that
place
was
on
buying
Saturday.
fits on Friday, and not even fits. You know me, I'm buying like a
Like, I
white
was buying
tee.
my St. John's
Buy me a
black and white tees.
I was buying hella
every
white tees,
paycheck,
but now
bro.
it's just like
That's why I
shit,
got
shit
black
kinda
tees
flip.
for days. But like, we were spending a lot of money, yo. Then Friday and Saturday nights, we were still spending money.
I mean,
And then I was eating out. You get your wings, Then the happy hour started taxing like 10% just for
That shit is
just
See,
for-
everybody doing that goofy ass
Yeah.
That
plus
gratuity,
10.
yeah,
I don't
putting
like
that
that. I don't know
gratuity
who the fuck put that
They
shit.
started. I guess they started to see like, damn, it's packed every day. We gonna start hitting.
Well, it's really because when I talked to the nigga, he was like, because people come in there and not tip. So it's like the bartenders are there for tips. That's all.
Yeah,
they
I was just
need.
about to say
people
that.
really out here not tipping. That's crazy.
Nigga, you got so many tabs that you didn't even pay, nigga.
Shout out to them. Like, shout out. That's crazy. People
Shout out to
here not
who?
So what, we still on the same topic right now or what?
Oh, we
That's
just
with
switched.
it.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
switched a little bit from dating,
Just a
from
little
first
bit.
dates to friends to happy hours and shit.
tipping.
Let's get back on
Nothing
track.
wrong with a good happy hour, man. You can take anybody good happy hour.
Like I said,
I just don't consider a happy hour a
attentions
date.
with a girl set my whole thing. That's basically it.
Alright.
All right, everybody
So-
got their little.
No, me and Fat Daddy ain't
Oh,
I mean,
shit.
everybody pretty much wants
Yeah, I'm about to say
Yeah.
LZ.
What you mean
took
you
over.
go?
I took over.
Everybody
Everybody
chimed
was
in,
talking.
yeah.
Next topic. The issue of, well, it's not really an issue. It's just the controversy. I know because I work with people that didn't go to college, and they always, I think they got some, well, working at the yard, people got a little
Hate towards engineers.
hate
Engineers?
towards, well, this is engineers. I don't know about other,
Engineers.
Definitely engineers.
well, definitely engineer, because they always try to outsmart us. Like, if I make a mistake, niggas will be
Yeah,
like,
it's-
oh,
it's-
you're
You want the college degree.
I be
You
like,
supposed to.
they say that all the time. I be like, bro,
Shit, you got your college degree.
Yeah.
since you got your degree and you know every fucking thing, I be like, bro. And another thing, they'll say something like, you'll hear it often. They'll be like, okay, I'm in the exact same place as you, and you went to college. I'm like, bro, you've been here
But
fucking 12
Well,
years,
makes
my
some
nigga.
money.
But it was like when you was in high school though, like you guidance counseling and whatnot.
They
They
push
really
college.
push college down your
What's
throat,
crazy
bro.
is
like,
I was trying to go to college, and my high school guidance counselor was like, nigga, trade game for your
Yeah.
ass. Like, you
it's like they made you
But
take
you know,
the
at
SAT.
high school, we didn't take it. I'm way more
Yes,
smarter
you did.
than the GPA
I
I
ain't even
produced
gonna lie.
graduating
In
In high school, nigga, I didn't take shit serious till 12th grade year.
11th, 12th grade. Yeah.
Nigga graduated with like a 2.4.
That's
No
what
bullshit.
That's what it said.
I know. I thought in my head.
But I think when I started taking it serious, when I seen niggas was getting into the college, getting all these scholarships, and I was like, this nigga's stupid.
I think it was too when I went on them. Honestly, like I was in Upper Bound with ODU, and they
What's
taking
that?
us to like
Oh, that's like
the program for.
bachelorette program.
Nah, it's a program for basic people with low income,
That's
and
kinda cool.
they take you to the black colleges, and you go on tours and stuff.
Yeah,
So I got to see
yeah.
Virginia State, Virginia Union. I got to see all the HBCUs. And I was like, shit, I can
That's
see
not
me
right.
at Norfolk State now. So
Yeah.
went to
Shout out Norfolk
TCC.
State, too.
Yeah, shout out Norfolk
Graduate,
State.
2017
Shout out my-
graduate, nigga. Electrical and electronic.
Look, I ain't had to graduate. I got it out the Cox mud. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, Cox got me
my
right.
perspective on it, like I took a skill, right? I work at the shipyard welding. I took a skill,
Mhm.
and I feel like that's a good path to take. Also, because you get schooling, you know, you can get an associate.
Cause y'all got to take math courses and stuff
yeah,
too.
then
right?
they'll pay for more. You go to a community college for 6 months,
Mhm.
and then you take the academics for your job, like welding.
So if you could do it all over again, would you go that same route or would you go to college?
I did it wrong because I got lazy once I got a job, making a certain
I think
amount
it was
of
your
money.
situation too.
Yeah, but
you actually needed
I
a job. And
I
I don't think
needed a job.
that's what
at
people.
the time.
That's what people don't understand. Like they be saying they could have went to college, but it's a lot of niggas that could not.
Honestly, y'all want me to
And
tell y'all some real
Yeah.
shit? I was supposed to go to I was supposed to go in the army before I did all this shit, and I fucked around and got a drug charge a week before I graduated.
Man, that's wild.
So I ended up having to go to school. You know what I'm saying?
Shout out
'Cause
to a lawyer,
And
bro.
that
Shout out to a
changed.
lawyer.
That changed. your
that shit
whole
just
life.
fucked my whole life up. Well, it didn't fuck it up,
But it changed the course.
nigga, it was like shit got real. I was like, damn, nigga, I was definitely supposed to go in the army next week. This shit
for me-
canceled.
For me,
Bro, being
in
blood
my
and
household, everybody in my family went to college, but it was more so. I ain't go to college till I was 21 for real. You know what I'm saying? Because when I had my son, that's when I had to man up. I wanted to do a lot of things. You know what I'm saying? So I had to man up.
I know you're a man of a lot of titles. Shout out LZ.
Shout out me, man. Comedian, actor, counselor.
Wait, what did you act in? I didn't see that. Right?
I've been doing skits.
Oh, okay. That's not
I've
the
been
same.
acting. Shout out. Go look at my IGs. Check out some of my skits. But I had to go to college, and I think my little sister, she a pharmacist. Me, I do counseling, mentoring, little engineer work here and there.
You do what?
Counseling. And this you can.
Now,
be
what was the
engineering.
last one?
You can be an engineer and counselor.
Like a
People don't know
student.
That's not true. And I'm not gonna let you just say
That
that.
nigga
That
said
shit is,
I do a lot.
I'm mad at
I
that.
do a lot. I teach third grade. I do a lot. You know what I'm saying? And shout out me. But that college degree, I battle with that because now I'm in the entertainment world, and I
It
could have.
has nothing to do with
I don't.
what you went to school for.
Yeah, it's like I could have went hard at 18 and focused on comedy because I was always class
But
clown
at the
funny.
time, you didn't know. You just really now stepping into that entertainment
But
world.
but
You didn't know that. At the
my
time.
little brother, he 26 or whatever.
That's another thing. Some people are blessed with knowing what they want to do.
At an
Early.
It's like I did.
Well, some people trap themselves into something that they didn't want to do. Because I don't feel like engineering is for me.
But you like the money.
I don't even care about money that much.
That's why I was saying.
It allows me to live a certain lifestyle, but
working
I would take less if I was happy.
Working
Yeah,
a 9 to
really.
5 at the shipyard, hard work at a young age made me didn't want to go to school. Like didn't want to go because I
But
was
you don't
like,
have
damn,
to
I
go.
gotta get off work and go to school.
Nah, but I can
Like,
agree
all
with
that.
man with that because I was working at the yard when I was actually like in my second year at Norfolk State, and I was working 6 to 6 Monday through Friday, still trying to party and shit like that and do schoolwork. You know what I'm saying? That shit's real. No bullshit.
Man.
Because the yard, they don't give a fuck.
College
College
helped me get it out the mud. I will say that. We still on? Yeah. And it helped me with some different experiences because college, it don't teach you a lot of real life shit. Like I learned that when I got out of college, like you got way more experience getting an apartment, paying bills, shit like that. That I didn't get. Like you was in life college. You know what I'm saying? Like me, I was in college and I was just fucking.
really living the college.
I was living life like
yeah.
women. Like I was fleeing.
That's what I'm saying. High school needs a class to me that's called like Life 101.
Yeah.
I mean,
That really
real
teach you
world
how
type
to
stuff.
survive once you leave. I feel like nothing's set up for you to survive outside your household.
I think
Like-
the issue with that is teachers are so pressed to do so much shit. Niggas don't
Yeah,
understand
the
what it goes
SOL ruined
the
the
SOL
whole
ruined
system.
I agree with that.
The whole system.
But
They-
it has to be some type of standardized test because you don't know whether a teacher's doing anything at all. Because they
Yeah.
can literally be coming in for
But
that.
they
And a
was
lot of
putting
teachers do
teacher
that
jobs on the line for that.
SOL.
So basically, a teacher was teaching you how to pass a test
Yeah, whole
instead
time.
of teaching
But
you,
yeah.
know, how
Teach you how to actually do stuff.
learn
Yeah.
stuff, And then they was passing with the No Child Left Behind. They was passing people I knew obviously failed,
Yeah.
and then didn't grasp the material, and they
Yeah.
were just getting pushed along.
Hey, I know people that failed their SATs and shit and still
SAT.
got into college, yeah.
You can't fail the SAT.
Yeah, if you get under 600.
Well, no, it's just a score base.
Score,
You think
yeah.
about
But I'm
They just
saying,
pretty
like,
much-
if
they
you don't
just-
get under a certain score and, like, the certain shit, you don't pass
You
it.
I mean, that don't mean you fail the SAT though.
But I'm saying you
That's
got to take that
just-
section
SAT
over
is
there.
just saying,
You
like,
mean,
where you
just basically like
stand
they
at.
passed the bench.
They didn't meet the mark they needed to get.
I was about to say, but you still got to retake, like, that certain
Well,
point.
yeah,
though.
then that's a failure. Then I don't remember how the fuck SAT.
They did it
I
like where
remember how
math had, you had to get, like,
I don't
over a
think
certain
It was like a
Fail the
400.
SAT.
Well, based on what
you
you just said about a benchmark, if you're below a benchmark, then you
Yeah.
have.
You fail in the
Turn
eyes
fail.
of the colleges. Like
that's what I was about to
be
say. Like
accepted.
Norfolk State got like you got to get like
You
a
have to get
650
So
with
or
a
higher.
GPA.
Oh, like an 800.
Yeah, you see what I'm saying? That's what I meant by that. Yeah, because I know a nigga that failed, and you know,
No, I was saying the language he was saying.
yeah, because like you know with the English one, you had to write the
Damn,
essay and everything.
Yeah.
So it's just like you know they just go off of that.
So overall, poll, you feel like college is more important?
No, I feel like if you could finesse the system that we live in, like I was saying with my job, they will pay you. They will pay your school if you go back to school. So they pay. They taught you a skill for life. Now they're gonna pay your college to go back. I feel like that's the best way.
See, that's the worst thing about student loans.
And you still make over $60,000, so you can be comfortable in life, and you're not struggling to pay some school back. Something you'll never pay back.
So yeah, and
the
then
job will pay for it.
One
So
thing
I
I
feel
put
like
my student loan.
that's a
30
great
years.
route. But some people go to college and get like bachelors that don't really mean anything.
Yeah.
And that's another thing they need to
That
stop
is a
teaching
real thing,
people to do. Like I feel like if you're going to go to college, do something that's going to pay you well, even if you don't like it, so you can at least be good.
But I
What about the
I
people who go for theater and it's like they doing what they love?
That's what I
And
say. I feel like you should always in life do what you want to do. It doesn't. I don't believe in doing something that you have to do. I think doing what you want to do, because if you fail, that's all you can be able to blame is yourself. Like, because I remember my dad used to try to talk all of us out of going to college. He was like, yo, that shit dumb as hell. Y'all niggas don't need to go to no college. But it's like, if I would have listened to him, I would be upset with my life because if I listened to somebody. Any decision I've ever made in life, if it failed or if it fucked up, I got in trouble. If something went bad, I never got upset because it was like, shit, I'm glad I did what I wanted to do at the end of the day. And I feel like if a nigga want to go to school and major in fucking band theory or some shit, then do that shit. And then if you are, yeah, and at the end of the day, if you're the best at anything you do, you're gonna prosper. But some people don't be good at what they want to do.
Yeah.
And sometimes life just not fair. I feel like sometimes you have to. Some people just gonna have to settle for something just to maintain some level of happiness. Like you're not gonna get your dream job. You're not gonna. I don't even know what I'm really good at. Yeah. I feel like I'm like in his lane. Like I always say, I wanted to like help kids, guidance counseling, somewhere about that. But I feel like, damn, if I go back to school, I'll probably be starting out making less than what I make now as a welder.
But nigga, I know you for a long time. I've seen you complain about. Just imagine going to work and thinking like, yo,
for the rest of my
I don't give a fuck. I don't mind doing this. I like what I do. I get to do something that I want to do. Or you just not thinking about it.
And that's another thing. If I went back to school, if I would have been, when I graduated apprenticeship in 2016. It's 2020. I would have been walking across somebody.
You could have had a master's
right
now.
Yeah.
But at the same time,
I've been bullshitting. So it's like, damn, what was my part right there? I've been bullshitting. So basically, I can't blame anybody but myself. But I'm still kind of good in life because I make a certain amount to keep up with a lifestyle that I have a basic lifestyle.
I couldn't.
But I can't. I'm getting fed up with myself and being not happy at somewhere I'm at. But I have different options because different jobs open up, so I don't have to be necessarily well. So I don't feel like
that's the only good thing about the yard too, though.
Yeah, it's a government job. So
that shit is like this shit is like welfare for fucking poor people. If you get to the yard, you can do what the fuck you want. Yeah. You can move around. You can make $100,000. Like, people are lawyers and make $100,000, $150,000. My supervisor made $130,000 just doing nothing. He just signs papers that morning, more sign out paper, and he works way more than a lawyer probably works year round. He has to work 12. Well, if you get your own practice, but nigga, doctors and lawyers be working their ass off.
Yeah, around the clock. Yeah.
Like I worked with a nigga that's he said he made like $130 last year. He don't work that much. It's just that they just give us so many opportunities to do like see trials and shit like that. It's like it's the plug, man.
So like the shit I literally like
fuck that shit
saved my life because it's like I felt like I couldn't go to college. Like I was in a community college and I felt like I had to take care of myself.
Yeah, you
So I
needed the
felt
money
like,
right then.
Yeah, I needed the money right then. And it just like elevated my life instantly. Like I was able to get a new car. I was able to get my first apartment and all that at like the age of 19. So that's the choice I had to make. There's just like people kind of be like, you go to college or you go to the military. The military is kind of like what the shipyard is. Like, for me.
Yeah.
Locally,
Because I honestly, for real, I'm glad I did not go in the military and went to school.
That shit is the worst, bro. Fuck
Norfolk State and the HBCU experience, bro.
None, second to none.
That shit, you can't top that shit, bro. Like, I met so many people, and that's how I got the job I got now. Because basically with networking, because, you know, I was selling a little bit of weed here and there. And then, you know.
You used to. Back in the day.
Nigga, well, of course, I'm about to be 28 now. Nigga.
Back in the day.
We gonna cut that out.
But for real, though, bro, you meet a lot of people. And then, like I said, I was going to school for business management. My minor was accounting. And then I ended up meeting a dude that I went to school with. He happened to be, like, one of the managers for Cox's team. Ended up hiring me on the spot because we was cool. You know what I'm saying?
Shout out.
And it's been love since. You know, I can't complain. I would want to finish school. I had a year left, but at this point, I'm just like.
So overall,
I'm saving money.
There is no better. I think that. To me, I think I made the better decision because I'm not limited to the shipyard. I can do it. Some of my coworkers would be like, "We in the same place." I'm like, "We're really not," because if they fuck up and they start to say some grimy shit to me, I am gone. And niggas know me. I will get the fuck. Ain't nobody gonna hold me from leaving anywhere. And a lot of people are limited. They'll limit themselves because of they know that shit. Only the yard gonna pay me like this. Only the yard gonna do this.
And what's crazy? Our yard pays the least.
The least
out of everybody.
But we the most secure.
Yeah,
we the most secure.
Niggas will drop blood from your ass from another place. So
I
think
working the ship.
I don't really think it's a conclusion. It's just based on your lifestyle.
Good answer.
And what you want, like your dreams, like.
Because I know a lot of people, like I was about to say, we grew up with from high school, played sports. Them niggas was D1 athletes. Then now what they doing now?
I hate niggas like that. Niggas that was D1 and went to D1 for free and then didn't do shit with their life. You goofy. Your ass is goofy.
That shit
you had a
blow
free
me.
scholarship.
Bro, that shit.
You know the top schools kind of look out for the.
Exactly.
It ain't even kinda. They do.
They be giving you free job.
I don't know. I gotta defend that because all right, you know me. I was shout out Norfolk State.
Shout out Norfolk State, nigga.
Hey,
shout out TCC.
Them athletes being around them and seeing their schedules and shit. That shit is hard.
It don't matter about that.
So it's like not. And then some people don't know this. Depending on what school you go to, they kind of persuade you into a certain degree pattern.
Yeah, because to make it easier for you.
Not even just easier for you to fit the around the clock schedule that they have to prepare for.
They take what they really want.
I mean, not saying like that, but say you want to take some shit like way off.
Damn.
Offset, like maybe I don't know the majors and shit.
You
like
say
that.
like engineering or something?
It was an actual. But no, matter of fact, one of the players was an engineering major, and that shit was absolutely hard because you practicing 3 times a day, some shit like that. Then you got film, and then he's a fucking engineer major, but he got through it. No, he actually stopped playing, so he played 2 years, and then he got his degree, and now he worked with y'all. So,
he does not work with us. He works at 100
He's an engineer. You know what I'm saying? But I disagree with that point.
I understand what you're saying. However, niggas will go to a college for free. And it doesn't matter how busy your schedule is, you don't have bills, nigger. You're fucking
But you
girl
don't know they still what if they
it doesn't matter. Now you have to adjust your life to having everything accounted for. All your hours accounted for. That's what you have to do.
Okay,
but you're going to school for free. You're eating for free. I think niggas don't respect that until they get like 30 and they're out of school and they saying, shit, I wish I would have just
That's
got
most people in life.
No, I understood it in college, nigga.
You did, but before you went to college, you got to go to the military.
Fuck the military.
You did a whole bunch. That shit probably readied you for some other shit. These niggas is 18, 17, 18.
That
jumping straight into it
benefit you
because you got to see some shit that got you.
All it was to give you around them fucking. I don't know.
You got to see something. You got to see something different. Somebody 18, 17 most people can't even finish college. At
I don't think
17,
that's the
18.
case because like
Niggas do not.
I'm trying to look when we first started because I went to TCC before I went to Norfolk State because I did the program basically to get in Norfolk State. Nigga, when we first got there, them niggas was dropping them checks on me, nigga. I'm talking about I was getting checks for 1 and 2 bands, and I don't even know what the fuck I'm getting this money for.
This important.
Just free bread. It's just on you at that point because you see when you in college, you might start off with a group of niggas in your class, like 18 people. By the half time of the semester, it's probably 9 or 10 niggas in there. You know what I'm saying? But it's just what you want to do if you want to stay dedicated.
College be hard, definitely for people that's the first time generation student, like that don't really know how to. Stop.
Talking to the mic.
Oh, they don't really know how to like high schools around here suck. So like
they do.
Locally they suck. Then when you go to college, the professors don't care. It's not as personal. As you know what I'm saying, like I said, it'd be a room full of 100 people.
I ain't gonna lie.
See, that was the thing.
See, I'm not gonna lie because at TCC, I'm gonna tell you one thing about good thing. TCC, not even just that. They had shit in there. Hey, come on, bro. We talking.
Oh, go ahead.
But anyway, yeah. They had shit in TCC set up for people where, like, if you need extra help, you can go get that help. TCC, it's just the point, like niggas was saying, if you're going to allocate your time to do that. And a lot of niggas not doing that. You know what I'm saying? They'll rather go fuck off with a bitch they met at class or something.
Let's get back to LZ with how he feel about TCC for some reason.
All right, shout out Storm. A lot of people don't know that's the
TCC Storm. Yeah.
TCC Storm. I went to TCC, you know what I'm saying? After my son was born, you know what I'm saying? I went to TCC for 2 years. And I personally think it was not the worst decision. I would have rather just straight went to Norfolk State. Reason being, I took a lot of credits at TCC that didn't transfer over. And even though they say those credits can transfer over, no, they didn't transfer over. I took about 65, maybe 73 credits before I got my degree. That degree that I got, I don't even put on I don't even put on resumes. Like, so.
The degree from where?
The degree from,
Why not, though?
It does nothing. It's an associate. It literally does nothing for me.
It doesn't it does something for you, but that's just another accolade that you have.
It's just, okay, Lazarius.
That's like, LeBron, like, I'm not putting Eastern Conference champion because I ain't win the final.
I mean, nobody thinking, I feel them. But when I got that degree, I still had to take certain classes. When I got to TCC, they put me in Math 105, and I get it. I
took Math 105 in Norfolk State. I started off in the lowest.
And after you went there, what'd you go to? You don't take like 3 or 4.
They let me skip one math because I got like a super A in Math 105, but they just let me skip the next.
Yeah, because you got like math. It's like 1, 2, 1.
I felt like English, all that, I had to like. I felt like I was in the 13th grade. Then I went to college. And then I had to do another year. I felt like I did 3 years at TCC for no reason. When those 3 years
Why were you there 3 years?
It wasn't my fault.
I mean, my thing is this though with TCC.
I think it was
you know when you first start and you take that placement test, they have a study guide so you can get a good score.
I get the placement test, but I just feel like the way they advertise it. In either way, I'd rather have did my time at Norfolk State. The only thing I can say TCC helped me with, I probably would have tried to stay on campus and got caught up with some BS. But just going to TCC, I just think that I would encourage anybody if you can, because it's not that much more expensive to go to Norfolk State.
I don't think you dropped any facts. I don't think you dropped the reason.
The facts I just said was those credits did not transfer. Those 65 credits, maybe 25.
Were you looking into that, or you find that out?
Either way, those
after
basic.
You took it. The basic thing,
Math 105 should transfer.
No, you got to be in like math.
You got to understand, community college. A lot of people going there that was 70, 60 that haven't been in school in years.
Yeah.
So they made those lower math classes to catch them up to build up. So when you took the placement test, you scored low. So you probably set for those range of low classes.
Nah.
That was me too, but I had to take that same class.
I started out in the 1-2-1 shit. I think that's geometry.
I think I started off for 163. It was college algebra.
Yeah, that's the one you need. Math 163.
That transfer.
And then it was like that did transfer.
Yeah, but below that didn't. But it's where you were.
I just felt like all those credits. Most people that I know who actually got their degree, are we just talking about going to TCC? Because if you go to TCC for 12 credits, I think the smartest thing to do, I encourage any freshman to go out, take 12 credits. So if you don't have the requirements to get into Norfolk State, take 12 credits. Go there one semester. Or any college, whatever. I just said Norfolk State. But take 12 credits, then transfer. But don't try to get your associate's degree. That's what I
depends on the kind of program they actually have to transfer degrees.
Everything transfers, but it's
what
like...
What are you going for at TCC?
I think my degree is like in social science engineering or some shit like that.
Stop saying engineering.
I feel like every degree I just throw engineering.
Yeah, I know. I hate that. Stop.
It's like,
Stop trying to put engineering
but social science, something like that. I don't know. They don't really have.
And that engineering shit is funny as fuck.
They don't really have like
art engineering.
anything. If you can be a sanitation engineer, why can't I be a?
Like I said, they used to got the custodial job.
Anything can be an engineer behind. What is the definition? Somebody look
the
at
definition of engineering
is
using math and science to solve problems.
Okay, so I can't do that in
No, you can't.
in counseling. I might be teaching them a math problem and science and whatever.
What I think you messed
Well,
up at
I probably
TCC,
butchered the definition.
you probably found out like when we first heard of TCC, it's like 2 years, then you could transfer. So you went in with that mindset. I don't think you dug deep until you took those classes.
I was already too deep in it.
What was your grades
But
like
that's
when you
on you
first
too.
got
to
my
counselor.
GPA. I'm on the wall. My GPA at TCC. I don't want to brag or nothing like that, but I believe I had like a 4.3. Like
Nigga, there's no fucking 4.3.
I don't know what it was, but it was something crazy. Like I graduated really with a really high
But you
GPA.
had fucking honors classes at
You went there
TCC.
for 3 years.
I went there for 3 years. I didn't fail a class. I just
I'm
was.
just saying because I did the bridge
capping about
program,
that 4.3.
and I only stayed.
I definitely. It was something crazy.
there for a year and a half on the bridge program, and all my credits went.
All your
That's what it called, the bridge.
You didn't. That's what I'm saying. My fault. Let me rephrase it.
I went for business
I don't
management.
think getting a degree in TCC is worth it.
But see, that's the point.
You
I'm
saying just transfer.
Now, if
before
you go to
get that
TCC,
part.
get a college field. You know what I'm saying? Go get those 12,
But that
maybe
saves
20,
you money
maybe
too.
24.
'Cause
It doesn't
when
save
you
you
go
as much
to
as people think.
when you go
It doesn't save you as
You
much
just
as people
comparing
think.
it to Norfolk State, but
Yeah.
other colleges cost more.
Okay, you're right.
just
That is a very good.
Wait.
That is a very good point.
Like I was
That is
saying,
good.
like when I did
Shout
the
out
bridge
TCC.
program, you know what I'm saying? Like I got
TCC
more.
can
I
save
got
you a
more
lot of money.
because my
Say
GPA.
If you go to Virginia
you paying
Tech or something like
$200
that, yeah.
something dollars for a class instead of paying $800 for
That
a
ain't even
class.
that much. But
What?
I think we're going to end this topic because I don't think we was hitting on no points.
I would have points.
I don't think you had points.
So
I think
do
you
you
had,
say
Your
you said you just
personal
want to
opinion.
go?
That you haven't.
You
addressed
say
yet.
you don't care about the
Basic.
associates. You just want to go for the credits. Like you don't want to apply for graduation to get the associate. You just want to go there, get the credits, and
But
go to
see,
whatever
that's-
college you want to.
That's
And
another
all you
problem,
need is
niggas.
23 credits.
But
When I was doing
doing
the
they don't talk
transfer.
to their counselor either.
Yeah, that's what his
And
problem
that's
was.
it.
He
I'm
didn't
about to
know.
say, 'cause
I
nigga,
think
my mom
he
lady
found
that
out
helped
too
me, nigga,
late.
I was out of there in that year and a half that she projected.
But you say you just transferred. But either way,
Yeah, but that's what
either
I'm
way,
saying.
I mean it's all subjective.
That makes
You know what I'm
sense.
saying? But
We don't think you talked to your people. You just thought you were gonna take some classes and transfer, but you didn't know exactly
in that guy.
what classes you
a
needed.
lot of stuff. All right, let me get this
and-
straight. A lot of stuff transferred. A lot of stuff didn't transfer.
Yeah,
a
but
lot of
did
stuff
you-
I needed at Norfolk State,
found it
I
out
didn't
at
need
the
from
end?
TCC. That degree I got from
But that's
TCC does not help me with anything right now. That it does not. If I wanted a job in anything I wanted to do, that it's just to me it wasn't a like maybe if I went for IT or something. And even still, it's people who go that degree to me
You just didn't
holds
find out
no
your full
weight.
process first.
So
You
your
just thought
bachelor's isn't
you're
the
gonna
same
take
as
some
your
classes
associate.
and
Hell no.
transfer.
An
All right,
associate's
let's
degree.
do a little
I meant like the top of the major. Like
He did social science.
I did social science. I mean, it was a basic general studies degree. Basically,
It's like liberal arts.
That's your fault.
You
I was
undecided.
about to say, 'cause
Yeah.
when you do general studies, that's
Because when you do your matriculation, or is it matriculation? I think it's matriculation. Who gives a fuck? We about to end this. Alright, cool. Alright, so that was our first podcast, man. The League of Extraordinary Kappas, the chat. We'll be back probably next week, every week, which is another new podcast. I don't know if we're going to have video every week, but I'm sure we'll put out some audio at least every week, and every few weeks we'll put out some video just so
New
people can
niggas
tune in
on
and see
the
how
way.
cute niggas is. Thank y'all for listening. If y'all have been listening this far, shout out to yeah. All right.
Shout out to everybody.
Everybody.
Shout out to everybody.